New Jersey, the Garden State, one of the first of the 13 colonies. New Jersey is home to many major battles of the American Revolution, playing a significant role in the war. George Washington himself spent most of his time in New Jersey than any other place during the war. Many events occurred in New Jersey at this time, such as Washington's retreat across New Jersey, the crossing of the Delaware River, the battles of Trenton, Princeton, and Monmouth, and the harsh winter spent by the Patriot Army in Morristown. Paramus is the home to many historical sites such as the Old Spring Valley Burial Ground, the Red Mill, the Washington Spring, the Terhune House, and the George Washington statue. This documentary outlines one site in particular that played a large role in the American Revolution. That site is the Red Mill. Red Mill is home to many interesting historical events of the American Revolution.
The Red Mill was built in 1745. Its first owner was Jacob Zabrinsky. The Red Mill was made up of 3 mills. 3 mills were lumber, wool, and a water mill. The Red Mill was also used as a training facility by the Bergen County militia. This caused many raids from the British in this area. The Red Mill was not originally painted red until the later owner Alfred Westervelt had it painted red in the early 1800s.
Aaron Burr was originally a lawyer who shared a practice with Alexander Hamilton. Later on, in Weehawken, Burr dueled with Hamilton and murdered him. Dueling was illegal in New Jersey, so they rowed across the Hudson River to execute the duel. Years later, Burr was exiled from the United States for treason. During the Revolutionary War, Aaron Burr was an American general. After a victory over the British on Christmas Eve in 1776, Aaron Burr was entertained at the Red Mill while it was owned by Jacob Zabriskie. Native to New York, Aaron Burr spent the majority of his time in the tri-state area. Aaron Burr married Theodosia Bartow Prevost, who lived in what is now the Hermitage in Hohokus.
Theodosia Bartow Prevost was originally married to James Marcus Prevost, who was a British officer. He was stationed in North America and served since the 1740s. Shortly after James passed away, Theodosia married to Aaron Burr, an American officer. Over time, she had befriended American and British supporters. Theodosia and her cousin, Lydia Watkins, were known for entertaining soldiers and civilians in the area. It is told that when the tides changed from patriots to loyalists, Lydia and Theodosia might have shared secrets about each side.
Legend tells that the neighbors nearby the Red Mill hear strange noises in the buildings after nightfall. On some occasions, there stood a white figure at the window. Ollie Westervelt lived there as an eccentric man who ordered a coffin before his death. He brought it into his house to see if it fit. It was a tight fit, and he needed assistance to get out. People believe that the spirit of the old man has returned to revisit the old settlement. Red Mill is an admirable place for goblins, and they believe the only way the public can relieve them is to tear down the building, destroying their hiding place.